Good afternoon, everyone. I'm pleased to welcome our next speaker, Haley Marie McClain Hill. Haley is a fearless pioneer whose journey as an officer in the United States Air Force and an accomplished NFL cheerleader has shaped her bold and visionary spirit. Her passion for culture, discovery, and style led her to create a brand that embodies strength, freedom, and modern sophistication. She continues to inspire women warriors everywhere to embrace their power and creativity. The title of Haley's talk is How to Channel Your Feminine Energy into Creative Genius Energy. Please help me welcome Haley Marie McClain Hill.
Awesome. Thank you, Christina. Welcome, everyone. Good morning. How are we feeling? Pretty good? Okay, awesome. We're actually going to move closer. We're talking feminine energy, so I actually need you guys to be close to me on this one, okay? So let's take up the first two rows. I think that should be perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, it's gonna be nice and interactive. We're gonna get cozy today. Awesome. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I lost my music. Don't know why. Let's see. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's get started. So, I would like to start off with some wins. I want to hear something positive that's been going on in your life, professionally, personally. If you've been in my previous sessions, you know I like to start with this because I just want to get to know what's going on that's happy in your life. Let's start. Oh, welcome. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. We're going to start with, you can come in these two rows. Awesome. You can join as well. You can come in this row over here. Sir, please. Thank you. Awesome. Who would like to share? This is a safe space. It's all good. Christina, you want to share with us?
Sure.
Okay.
I ended up getting a 95 on one of my exams.
That's amazing. Very good. We snap in here for good news for everyone who has been in here before. Welcome back. You're welcome. Awesome. Would you like to share? Please remind me of your name.
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
I was voted the Penn State Weaver Business Department Student of the Year.
Wow. Congratulations. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing, Stephanie. Beautiful. All right. Is it Bree? Bree, may you please come up here? Thank you. Thank you. We're going to be nice and intimate today. All right. Sir, would you like to share a win with us?
A win?
Yes. Anything professional, personal?
I got my lab. I'm in this themed dinner class for my major, and
Awesome.
we just finished our corrections for upcoming dinner next week. So looking forward to that.
Amazing. Thank you. Let's give him some extra snaps for being in this session today, learning about feminine energy and turning into creative genius energy. I love it. Confidence. I love it. All right, one more. Ma'am, would you like to share?
I got an internship for this summer in New York City.
That is huge. Amazing. What's the internship on?
It's for public relations. It's Frank PR. It's unpaid, but it's still something.
It's experience.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I love it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Let's see. I'll share a win with you guys. A win for me is that I secured that I'm going to be doing pizza and tacos at my wedding in September, okay? Picking your food is the big thing, all right? When you guys get there, it's a big deal, so I'm really excited about that. Awesome. Ma'am, would you like to come up here?
If you would like.
Yes, please, please. We're going to get really nice and intimate today, so I want everyone to be nice and close. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. So the goal for this session today, it's going to be a little bit unconventional. We're going to do a lot of talking, a lot of sharing. I want you guys to be really tapping into your own feminine energy because it looks so different for every single one of us in this room. And the goal is to really figure out how to use that and harness that to create the life that you desire. I think there's a lot of misconceptions around what being feminine is, or do you have to be a woman? No, all these different things, we're going to talk about it, and you're going to cultivate it and really workshop this in this next 60 minutes, okay? So if you don't have a piece of paper, please bring that out, and if you need one, please let me know, and a little pen as well. Awesome. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Okay, no worries. Okay, no worries. We are prepared. We are prepared for you. We got the nice paper. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Yeah. Here you go. Here you go. Oh, here you go. Here you go. Here you go, Bree. You need a piece of paper too? Okay. Give me 1 second. Here you go. Here you go. Yeah. Yeah, of course. And if you need a pen, let me know as well. Pen? We're good. Perfect. Before I dive in, what burning questions do you guys have top of mind around feminine energy or just like business, creative energy? Any questions about anything that comes top of mind? Yes.
Hazel Diaz from Penn State.
Yes, hi, Hazel.
I would like to know what negative misconceptions have you actually honed in on and really extracted a lot of positivity from using your feminine energy in business and building your brand?
Okay. The question is, just so I'm aware, is how have I turned maybe negative experiences around being feminine into something more positive?
No, negative connotations.
Got it.
Femininity, and actually leaned into those and used them in business.
I like it. Okay, that's a good one, Hazel. I like it a lot. We're going to get into that, but I'm going to actually discuss that in the presentation, so get ready for that one. I'm excited. Okay, sweet. Any other questions? Amazing. All right, first thing we're going to do is a quick exercise. I want you guys to pair up with somebody close to you. You can look at, pair up, perfect. Introduce yourself, and then, you can come up here too, Hazel, if you want to.
Sure.
Yes, perfect, right here. Maybe Bree will be your partner. Awesome. So this exercise is called the Rosebud Thorn warm-up exercise. You're going to share with your partner, you're going to introduce yourself, and then you're going to share one thing that is so exciting in your life right now that is going to be your rose, one thing that you're working on that's going to be your bud, and one thing that's been kind of challenging you in like kind of your everyday, and that's going to be your thorn, okay? Rose, bud, thorn. Exciting, something you're working on, and then something that's a little bit challenging. Go for it.
I'm going to make this row even bigger.
Okay, perfect.
Nice to meet you. I'm Lauren.
Why is it my...
The junior. Yeah, and then one thing that's like in the works. Yeah. Right. That just means something my rose book that I got from Chet. I do. So yeah, honestly, eating healthy. I was trying, but it's hard. Yeah, and then
Give you about 20 more seconds.
yeah, not good time to classes.
Do you have a partner, Bree? Oh, you partnered with Bree? Okay, awesome.
It's just like nonstop. Like yesterday, I was like not home the entire day.
All right. Wrapping it up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to go around to each group, and I want your partner to share one thing that they shared about their, let's talk about their rose. So share your other partner's rose, okay? All right, let's start with Christina.
Okay, so we talked a little bit about how she's doing an internship this summer. She's really excited for it, even though it's unpaid.
Yep.
But yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome. We only have time for one partner. We'll share more, but we'll just start with one. All right, let's go. Yes.
His one thing that he's looking forward to is like a dinner theme because he's a hospitality major. So
Awesome.
he's doing like a Hell's Kitchen kind of dinner theme.
Very cool. Love it. Yes. Thank you. Share what Hazel's rose is, please.
Being here today.
Awesome. Thank you. Yes.
Wait, I have to share Tina's.
Okay. Okay.
Because I'm not sure that anybody's gonna have a bigger or brighter rose. Tina got 103% on her physics.
Okay. She's a real creative
I know, it's
genius.
like you thought it was the 103. You thought it was percent in physics. Like, girl, yes.
I love
Is
it.
there anything bigger than that?
No.
I've never heard of anything.
I've-
Aside from the presidency, that's it.
Yeah.
Tina, you're at the top of your game. It's
I love it.
happening.
You got your biggest cheerleader right here, Tina. I love it. Yes. I always get like 5% on my physics exam, so you're crushing it. You're crushing it. Awesome. Yes.
It's her birthday today.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday.
Tomorrow. No way. Yes.
I love it.
Don't worry about the number, but yeah. Birthday, girl.
I love it. Oh my gosh, we'll have to sing happy birthday at the end. Yes, yes, of course. Well, that's amazing. Happy birthday. Thank you for being here. Awesome, awesome. Yes, Stephanie.
So, Mackenzie is traveling to Iowa.
Oh.
She's an ag sciences major to show a hog.
Wow. You got to like tap him with the...
Yeah, that'll be later in this. Yeah.
Wow, very cool. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Yes. Caroline.
Aunt Sheila's rose was that she was with her family this week.
Love it. Yes. Love it. This is my grandma and my cousin, by the way, everybody. Yes, they're supporting. That's my rose, definitely. Bree, what was?
She didn't know.
Claire's, how old is she?
8.
8. She didn't know. It's okay. She'll have one later. Thank you. Awesome.
The rose being 8.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Awesome. Okay, we're feeling warmed up, getting to know some people. Cool. We're going to get to know some other people too, so get ready. Get ready. If you hear the music in the background, this is kind of my way of expressing and bringing my own feminine energy into spaces like this. Sometimes it can be a little stiff, right? We're at school. It's like, we're here. We got to be a little uptight sometimes. But I feel like bringing in some fun energy, that's kind of how I relax and can be kind of myself. So that really stemmed from, and my love, I would say, for just feminine energy and just why I'm even talking about this, I think a lot of it stems from my background being a cheerleader, a dancer. I did gymnastics growing up. Did anyone do any of those sports growing up? Yeah? Cool, 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 cool. Anyone else? I love it. Okay, very cool. There's just something about dance and expressing yourself in the arts, and I've always had to have this blend of like being an athlete, but also looking good, feeling good, the aesthetic of being a cheerleader. There's always this, you have to almost mold yourself, and you can't, I think a lot of people get this misconception of, oh, she's a cheerleader, she's silly, all she cares about is her hair and her nails, and people just think that's what feminine energy is, but it's so much more than that. It's ambassadorship, it is health, it is wellness, it is collaboration, it's being able to connect with people authentically. That is the whole picture. We'll get into why feminine energy just isn't being a woman. It's not. What's your name again, sir? Dominic, it's not. So again, thank you for being here. It is so much bigger than that. And Hazel, we're going to talk about how we can shift those perspectives and use that to empower ourselves and empower others around us, because it is powerful. So again, starting with my journey at Penn State, I cheered here for 4 years and had the opportunity to travel all around the U.S. I went to the Rose Bowl. I've been to Big Ten tournaments. I have cheered in front of 110,000 fans. I even got to babysit for Coach Franklin. I mean, the opportunities that I had from just leaning into 100% of Haley, from the athlete side of things to the makeup, the hair, the glam. All of it has really helped me be the woman that I am today and the business owner that I am today. Then I got into the military, okay? Complete opposite, right? You're like, this chick is definitely not in the military. Like, I do not look like I was in the military. And that is exactly what all those people in my unit said to me when I showed up. They're like, you don't look like you're supposed to be here. So what does that say about this misconception of, oh, you're a cheerleader, you can't do anything, you're too feminine, you're too weak, you can't lead people into war, into battle? But that is the beauty of this entire landscape of being and having feminine energy. It can be so much and so empowering. So I'll tell you a funny story. When I showed up to basic training, they told me to come in business professional clothes, okay? And as a cheerleader, that means this is business professional, okay? This is very business professional for me. So I showed up in heels, and my drill instructor yelled at me so bad. And they were like, how dare you show up to basic training in heels? Like, what do you think this is? I got reamed out, and I was called cheerleader for the first week and a half that I was there. I was there for 21 days, okay? Week and a half. My entire unit's like, this girl's not gonna make it. She's gonna fail out, totally gonna fail out. And by probably week 2, everyone started to realize that being a cheerleader actually meant that I brought the positive energy. When everyone was pissed off and no one wanted to be here anymore and everyone was eating crappy food, we're not getting enough sleep, and I was the one still showing up being like, we got this. We got this. Let's go. Stay focused. Stay focused. My background in being a cheerleader actually helped me become #1 in my basic training class. So I finished first in my class because I brought something different to the military. It wasn't the typical grunt, put my boots on, do what I have to do. It was different. And I really do think my feminine energy and me being a cheerleader allowed me to succeed in this space. So I'm trying to show you the differences of, yes, cheer is feminine, but also being a military officer can be feminine too. Who would have ever thought that that would have been possible? Raise your hand. Okay, we think it's possible. I like it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Awesome. Okay, moving on to the next stage in my life. I then transitioned into the professional cheerleading space, okay? Can anybody guess how much we get paid an hour for being a professional cheerleader for an NFL team? Guess. Yell it out. $1. Any guesses? 15.
I would have guessed it cost you money.
You got to pay to be there.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Because you have to show up looking good.
Right.
That costs money.
Yeah,
So.
pretty much balances out.
Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah, we get $20 an hour. $20 an hour. So we get something, but from hair, makeup, everything you have to do, behind the scenes, extra classes, fitness, where you're working out, everything, your uniform, you really break even. And this is a space I feel very passionate about because I think a lot of people, when they see an NFL cheerleader, they're like, all she wants to do is get with NFL players. It's okay. If you think that, it's all right. It's all right. I think a lot of people have that misconception and think, being this feminine girl in this uniform, she must just have a great body and be pretty, and that's about it. But do you know that this girl right here, she's a professor at UCLA, okay? This girl, you can't really see her back here, but she and her sister actually went to the Olympics for track, okay? I cheered with Olympians, professors. I cheered with women who had their PhDs. I cheered with women who were so amazing, and you can't just be a pretty face anymore. You have to have the whole package. So NFL cheerleaders, I think, get this bad rep, and I feel like because we embody what it means to be feminine or, super leaning into our looks and our aesthetic, in order to even make a team, you have to be so much more than that, okay? Is anyone in here NFL fans at all? Do we like football? Yes? What teams? Buffalo? Steelers? Eagles? Awesome. Eagles. Awesome. All of those teams, Steelers don't have cheerleaders, Buffalo doesn't have cheerleaders, Eagles has cheerleaders, but it's a big controversial thing sometimes because there's this aspect of should we have girls, cheering on the sidelines or not. Buffalo, it's too cold to be having all that. But, there's a lot of controversial things around being an NFL cheerleader. And I'm going to share with you how I actually harnessed that controversy to build a thriving business. Because you can always take something negative and turn it into a positive. Awesome. Moving into the next phase, and then I promise you I'm going to get to share with you how you actually harness this energy. Going from cheerleading in college to going into the military to cheering the NFL to starting a business. Who in here, I know Stephanie was in one of my, Stephanie and Bree, who in here is looking to start a business? Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we got some entrepreneurs. Who in here is thinking that one day maybe they would want to start their own business or be their own boss one day? Just one day. Yeah, I like it. I love it. Yes, entrepreneurship has been the biggest challenge that I've ever experienced. And because I created something called the Fearless Bodysuit, which military women can wear in their uniforms, it is actually completely ripping apart the mentality of women can't look and feel feminine in their uniforms. I literally went on national TV and I had to tell the world, it is okay for women to feel feminine in their military uniform. We can actually pull power from that. When you are dressed like a man, I'm sure all the women here understand, when you're wearing clothes that's too baggy, when you're wearing something that you just don't feel good in, how does that affect your confidence? I'd like to hear from you. Someone I haven't heard from. Yes, birthday girl.
I feel like it throws off my day a little bit. I feel like if I don't feel good about the way I look, then I don't know, it just throws things off for me.
It does. I feel that. Yeah. Definitely. Anyone else want to share? Dominic, what about you? How do you feel when you don't like your outfit?
I don't know. I always feel like I dress pretty well. So.
Okay, confidence. Yeah. I feel that. Anyone else want to share? Yeah.
I feel like when I know that I look good, I just walk and talk and just interact with people a different way. As instead of when I know, I'm just I'm not even thinking about it. The confidence is maybe not there in slight ways.
Yes, absolutely. Exactly, Christina. I mean, let me give you an example. When I'm speaking in front of 300 soldiers and I look like a box, they're probably looking at me like, this chick, she can't even pull herself together. And that immediately, we are very quick to judge. Humans were very quick to see and evaluate people. How you look is very important. So my whole thing going on Shark Tank was women need to look good and feel good because then they can serve and they can lead and they can be more positive leaders. And that was how I was able to secure a deal with Lori. I got told no by every other shark. All the male sharks told me no. They didn't seem to understand it completely. And finally, Lori, again, we'll talk about just how you can, as a woman, it's so important to support other women. She believed in my dream. She understood the importance of women looking good, feeling good, and she knew that my product was going to be a massive success. So shout out to Lori, and shout out to leaning into your feminine energy and taking up an entire organization that is built around masculinity and highlighting the fact that we are men and you are the 16%. Women aren't supposed to really be here. There's a lot going on with women in the military right now, but for me to create a space for women and to tell them that they can be feminine, it has been very empowering. And it's very exciting. So, last but not least, now we're here today. And again, if you can see kind of this trajectory of, and I hope you can see the path, it's, from that cheering, which was a different way of how I had to be feminine, then the military, it evolved, and then the NFL cheer, it evolved, then entrepreneurship, it evolved, and now it's speaking. I did a TEDx in California last year, and this is what I wore. Same glasses, hey, guys getting the same look. But I've thought a lot about how I wanted to present myself. Did I want to come across super feminine? What did I want to wear? What did I want to do? How did I want to talk? What did I want to discuss? I talked about the power of performing under pressure and how tapping into your feminine energy and preparing and how people can actually take being a woman and being able to excel in all these other different areas of your life. Because who in here is experiencing pressure in any part of their life? Yes, 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 yes. How do you harness that power and say, this moment is for me, this is how I'm going to take this and actually push it out into the world without letting my fears hold me back? And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how you can shift your feminine energy to get over your perfectionist mindset, to get over this fear of being judged. And there's so many unique ways that you can lean into it and melt all that away so that you can go after your dream life. Okay. Enough about all the business stuff. Who in here is in a relationship? Yes? Okay, and who's single? Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Look, whether you're single or whether you're dating or whether you're looking for partnership later in your life, there's always the conversation around feminine energy and masculine energy in relationships. And regardless of what you choose, whatever partnership you choose, I am getting married, I told you guys, in September, and what I'm about to talk to you about is going to be applicable in your professional life, but also I take a lot of this into my personal life. I take a lot of how to overcome challenges in my personal relationships. So people who are looking to get into relationships later, I have learned a lot about being more feminine and leaning into my feminine energy to build a more positive and thriving relationship. So we'll talk a little bit about that too. I like to try to hit the personal and professional stuff. No questions off the board. Hazel, great question, but if you guys want to talk personal stuff, we can talk about that as well. All right, so let's debunk some myths. What I first want to do is switch up some groups. I'm going to put you guys into a couple other pairs. I'm going to have you count off 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do 3 groups of 4, I think. So just count 1, 2, good.
3.
Awesome. 4, 1,
2, 3, 4.
awesome.
1, 2,
4, 1, 2. Okay, awesome. We're going to have a little bit off here, but we're going to do 1s over here. We're going to do 2s over here, 3s, and then 4s, okay? So find your group.
Should I bring my paper with me?
Yes, please bring your paper. Awesome. You got it, you got it.
Somebody in here to report.
All right, let's go, let's go. Whoop, whoop. 4s, awesome. Once you get to your group, please introduce yourselves to each other, and then we're going to start the activity. Cool. Yeah, that'll work. Got the 2s back there? Awesome. Okay, I want you guys to come up with one myth that you think of when you hear feminine energy, or what's the one thing that comes to your mind when you hear someone say feminine energy. All right, go for it.
Like in your people face, like in your face almost.
Right. Yeah, you're just sitting back and the guys are all out.
Yeah, very passive.
Sorry, Dominic.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good, good.
I think those are all good. What is your thought on
Awesome.
I mean, when you meet women,
Yeah.
Yes? All right. I'd like one representative from each group to share. Let's start with group 1.
Okay, I guess I'll be the representative.
Okay.
They said like obnoxious and how like there's just always pictured as like pick me and like just like not as good as men and kind of like almost dumb too, like just never like good enough.
Oh, wow. Okay, okay. Following. All right, we're going to talk about that. We're going to reframe that. Thank you for sharing. Okay, group 2, we're going to share one person.
you go, because you had a lot of good adjectives.
Nice and loud, nice and loud.
I think the main myth we talked about was that feminine energy is very passive and it's not very put forward and strong-willed. Yeah, very like soft demeanor.
Okay, soft demeanor, okay. Pick me energy, I'm hearing soft demeanor, okay. Let's see, group 3.
It's interpreted as weaker.
Weakness, okay.
It's like less than in a way, but
Okay. Thank you for sharing, Bree. Group 4?
Like girls can do everything that boys can do, but boys can't do everything that girls can do.
we skipped right past the myths, and I think we misunderstood. We just talked about what we thought feminine energy was.
Yeah, that's totally great. Okay, so it's more empowering and saying men and women can do the same thing pretty much. We're all equal. Okay, am I getting that right?
No.
Oh.
Actually.
Oh, go for it.
More that women are superior.
Oh, okay, awesome. I like it. All right, so we got one group who's feeling feminine is really tied to superiority, and then we have weakness, we have kind of a pick-me energy, we have someone who's more passive. Okay, you can have a seat. You can have a seat here too. We're going to. So what now I want you to think about is discuss where are we getting these ideas from? I want you to talk about where you're getting it. Is it from your family? Is it from social media? Is it from, magazines, TVs? Where are you pulling this information from? Okay? Go for it.
Like they just kind of
but I just think like when growing up, having like 2 older brothers, I was just like surrounded by a lot of guys, and like a lot of the time they'd be like, oh, like anti-feminist almost. Huh? Like not really. I was definitely a tomboy in my time, but like almost like they found that like girls that were like too outgoing or outspoken were like annoying, and like too much is a big one. So, but I definitely just think that comes from being in like a male-dominated world environment.
And I also think like we're in school, and I don't know what you want to end up doing, but like I'm in finance, so I know that's very male-dominated, and just hearing all those different like interpretations, like you can't be a boss one day because you're not a guy. So
yes, exactly.
No, I'm PR. You're PR, right? I feel like there's a lot of women in PR, but advertising could be a little more male-dominated.
Definitely. Okay. We're going to wrap it up in a couple seconds.
That's how we were raised.
Yeah. And just like there's just so many men on that just saying things.
Yeah, and then on social media, people like say, like, because it's not in real life, like, a lot of things.
All right, let's bring it back together.
Yeah.
And 3, 2, 1. Okay. Interesting conversations. Let's just throw some things out. Where are you getting these conceptions from? Yes.
I was just talking about I have 2 older brothers.
Okay.
They're not like really anti-feminist or anything. They're both good guys. But just like because of that, like I've been surrounded by a lot of guys my whole life.
Sure.
And just like I think being in like a male-dominated just environment, it is kind of hard. And I think on multiple occasions I've heard that like being feminist, not feminine, but being feminist is like seen as like, or like outgoing in any way, shape, or form is like annoying, or like being outspoken is like like weird and annoying and not attractive maybe. So
Okay.
something being in like a male-dominated environment.
Definitely. Family specifically too, when it's like you're the only girl. These 3. Okay.
Yeah.
I could understand that. I'm actually the opposite. I have more women. My grandma's one of 6 girls.
That's awesome.
My mom is the only daughter. So I almost get confused with men because I'm like, I don't really know what your whole thing. So you have a better understanding of them, but it was still kind of over like.
Yeah.
It's balance, right? It's balance.
I have a sister too, and a strong-willed mom, so I've got a good balance. But
That's good.
Yeah, definitely just having like 2 older brothers in general is like more than one man is just like.
Definitely. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes. Group 4?
Well, actually, Claire had some really interesting points from her point of view of being so young, and the messages that she's already getting through social media. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yeah, Claire, you're so articulate.
Yeah.
You made a great point. I think everybody would love to hear it.
I think like people would kind of like how they look and like
kind of women maybe ganging up on each other, or people like bullying women specifically sometimes on social media and really picking apart their looks? Okay, interesting. Thank
She
you.
made a point that she'll be on social media looking at something that doesn't have to do with anything in particular.
Yeah.
Right? She's just looking at things that are age appropriate, and then the next thing that'll come up, it'll be something that's critical of women, and that's often, even if they're not saying that it's specifically about women and girls, she can tell that it's something that's basically kind of attacking femininity in some way.
Got it.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
interesting. Thank you for sharing.
Has anybody else felt like that on social media, the way that Claire has felt or seen?
Yeah.
Yeah, we made it a point to tell her every woman in history has felt exactly that when watching that, and she's exactly what she's feeling when she's watching it is what is happening. Like, don't, you know,
Yes.
sometimes you feel like you're overreacting. Don't do that, Claire. Everything that you feel when you're seeing that, that is exactly what is happening. You are smart enough to know that that's exactly what's happening. That's pretty amazing.
That's her intuition speaking to her, yeah?
Definitely.
Definitely. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else? Where they're kind of pulling this? Did they hit it all? You kind of hit it? Yeah, okay. I'd love to hear from Dom, actually. What are your thoughts on the topic and where you're pulling? Do you see that from, your perspective, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we just want to go back to like social media, like whenever I see like influencers like doing their makeup and like talking about like their life and all this stuff, and then like girls are watching that and being like, why am I not like this? Like, why is this not my life? And I think it's just like, it's not really just for like women, like this happens to men also.
Okay.
And it's like, these people are just like going on their phone for making a 10-minute video, and that's all they do. And then it's not like they do anything else with it. So it's like, you shouldn't feel
comparative.
Like there's nothing to compare yourself to, because like if you know your worth, it's like
Knowing your worth. Thank you. That's very insightful. Thank you, Dom. Yes. Okay. I want to talk. We hit it all. You guys hit it all. But femininity is not just gender specific, and men can tap into their feminine energy and be more aware of it, and that's why I think it's awesome that Dom is here to learn, so that you don't make women feel like, my two brothers, all they know about is, just being masculine. But if they had some type of education around the power of femininity, they might tap into it sometimes. Same as women, where we can tap into masculine energy too. It's a balance, just like we're talking about. It's important to have a balance, but it's not gender specific. We get a lot of these ideas, comparing ourselves to influencers, models, all these things. We're comparing, we see everything on social media, and it's socially constructed that way to kind of keep us into this little box of like, stay in your lane, or no, you're not as beautiful, and which is not the most important virtue of your life, to just be the most beautiful version of yourself aesthetically. There's so much more to it. And I want to talk about that filter that you have to build, and what I've been able to build. It's like when you hear those things, when you see those things, and Claire, you're nice and young where you can build that now. We're all able to build that filter, but it's filtering out the no's. It's filtering out the people who are trying to make us feel less than, and knowing our worth. It's a filter that you have to build, and I'm going to explain to you what that filter is. But really, there's this essence of feminine energy that really is more about being receptive. It's more about being intuitive. It's more about being nurturing, creative, connecting, collaboration instead of competition. Why do we feel like we have to bring women down? Why can't we all come together and be our own beautiful selves all together? Why do I have to compare myself to Christina when I walk into a room? It's more about understanding collaboration instead of over competition. And it's these concepts. It's not just women who can embody them, which there are predominantly women here today, but it's men too, when they need to harness it and use it as well. There's a time and place for this beautiful energy. Okay, so what I want to do, we're going to switch up the groups, okay? Or we're going to talk a little bit about how we can create our filter and how we can create our own feminine energy, okay? We're going to count off 1, 2, 3, 4 again. Are you ready? All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 1. 4.
Oh, 4.
It's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Awesome. We're gonna have 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s. All right. Meet some new people. Spur up some energy. Whoops. kept you at number 1.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. So funny.
It's convenient for me.
I like it. There you go. You don't have to move around.
Yeah.
Cool. Introduce yourself. Find a chair. Do you need a chair, Stephanie? Oh, you're good?
I'm here with you.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Awesome. All right. After your introductions, at least one person, I need you guys to have one person with a piece of paper. But what I want you to look at is what feminine energy is. We debunked that it's only for women. We debunked that, it's what you see on social media. We debunked that, this is just this concept of weakness. But we talked about, and what I want to talk about more is what it is. It's receptive, it's intuitive, it's nurturing, it's creative. I want you guys to discuss in your groups how you are cultivating these qualities in your everyday life, okay? Just kind of discuss what feminine energy is to you, which ones are sticking out to you, which ones do you think that you can lean more into, and express and show me how you're doing that in your daily life today, okay? All right, discuss, and then we will come together as a group.
Okay, so I'll go first. I'm more on the nurturing caring.
I definitely say that being creative and expressive is super important. I love to do art projects. Big fan of those. And I love
Caring about
my favorite color is pink, so I use a lot of pink, which I
I was just raised in a home where go out and swim, play golf, and do all that. People just kind of target you. She likes to play golf. So when I
It's all 42.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
so I'm like, I don't care what How about you, Stephanie?
yeah. I do the same thing. Make something positive while you're feeling negative. Yeah, totally. I just think when I'm thinking I'm thinking like I would never. I mean, obviously,
schedule.
there can be like negative. In my mind, I'm thinking.
All right, 10 seconds.
Lots of like, and just like sort of like, I love being girly. It's big. I love like being girly. Putting in effort. I enjoy doing that, and I think that is like channeling feminine energy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Let me hear from 2 groups. I want to hear big concepts. Which is sticking out for you? What is feminine energy to you? How are you infusing that into your life? I'd love to hear. Maybe group 2?
It's interesting. We all looked at something differently. So each one of us said, well, I connect with that one. I connect with this one, depending on our life, where we're at.
Okay.
So yeah, it was kind of cool to hear the younger folks, and then working with a gentleman who's kind of masculine and doesn't really want to hear what she wants to say. So yeah, we all kind of picked different things.
Interesting. I like that. It's different for everybody. That's kind of what I want you guys to hit here. It's so different for everyone. It's different for men. It's different for every woman in here. Feminine energy to me, the ones that stick out to me is creative and expressive and intuitive and feeling. Those 2 really stick out to me. I try to express myself in fashion. I try to be very intuitive when I'm making my business decisions. I'm like, what does this feel like? Kind of like what Hazel was talking about. Like when I feel something, I really listen to that. And I think that's very feminine of me. Let's see, group 4.
So I'm wondering, I guess this would fall under nurturing, caring.
Yeah.
Sorry, my basketball coach.
Yeah, my basketball coach, my girls basketball coach, she was exactly like you. She goes to Penn State. Like she immediately when I met her, she reminded me of you because she just you could tell she owned who she was and she was confident in herself and she taught all of us how to be confident in ourselves too, and then to also build each other up. And we the first game of the season we lost really bad and most of the girls were crying. So then the next day she came back and she had written a quote for each of us individually and gave it to us and was listen, every morning in the mirror I tell myself I'm amazing, I'm strong, I'm beautiful, and she was basically telling us to do the same. She purposely builds herself up so she can feel good and be have a good life.
Yes.
And by the end of the season, just the way we all became best friends and so close, and it helped us to win even because we worked together so well. And just compared to the boys basketball team, we were so just more confident in ourselves, and she really taught me how to build up myself and build up the people around me because it just helps everyone.
Yes, thank you for sharing, Caroline. Thank you. Yes, I love that. I love that. Confidence, trusting in yourself, knowing that you bring something to the table. Once you feel that feminine energy within you, you can spread that out to other people, and that confidence, it radiates, and people can completely see it right away. So this is what feminine energy is. Is that different from the weakness we were talking about, or the pick-me energy? Does that mean that I have to dress for somebody? Does that mean that I have to, constantly hover behind someone and be passive to somebody? No, that is the opposite of what feminine energy is. It's about showing up in your authenticity. I feel like that is the key to everything, showing up in your authenticity, sticking up for yourself in a way that feels collaborative and connecting. When you feel that this with the masculine energy, think about how you're connecting with this person. Are you getting to know this person? Are you showing up, not trying to show up fire against fire? I'm a Sagittarius for my Aries girls, so I get it. I'm a fire personality too, but are we fighting fire with fire, or are we fighting fire with nurturing? Are we fighting fire with just being and receiving, okay, instead of trying to force constantly? It's not weak to do that. It's not weak. It's actually shifting the power back to you because you know how to handle situations instead of getting yourself up to, I'm pissed off and I'm angry and I'm sick of all this. Try the opposite approach. That's what balance is, the yin and the yang, the yin and the yang. Stephanie, do you feel like maybe trying to get to know your boss a little bit more might help?
Well, I think the point is that he's extremely masculine and that my focus on this feminine area of connection and collaboration allows us to work better together.
Yes.
It is a yin and a yang.
Yes.
And so
yes.
we each have strengths.
Yes. I love that. I love it. Beautiful. Yes.
And for all you young women who don't have children yet, teach your girls to open their mouths and stand up for themselves. I know I was not taught that. It's go sit down and go to your room. That is where it begins. Teaching our girls, open your mouth, speak up.
Definitely.
That's such an issue for women.
And clearly my grandma's told me how to speak, okay?
I've learned. It's taken me a minute. I'm a middle kid, so I was always defending something. But
yes.
Yeah, no, it's just, I see young girls and I'm like, speak up. Come on.
Yes.
Okay.
Speak up. Express yourself. Yes, express yourself and do it in a unique way.
Not in a mean way, just
in your feminine energy way. Yes. Yeah. And so I wanted to show you also just these examples. This, I think, I wanted to just show you, I'm very feminine in very two different ways. I love the fashion, I love the aesthetic, I love all that. But I also, for my clothing brand, I love the strong, the woman, the confidence, the athletic ability. There's two different ways to really express, there's thousands of ways to express your femininity. And I'm just empowering you to express it in any way that feels good for you. Choose whatever ones that kind of fit your mold. Are you more nurturing? Are you more expressive? Are you more creative? Whatever that is going to allow you to be more authentic, and you can express yourself in so many different ways. So this is kind of Haley summed up in my feminine energy. I'm like, I want the strength. But I also want the prettiness. It's just this balance that you try to create in your life. Cool. Okay. We're going to split up into pairs again. Okay. So we'll do, how many people are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think that makes sense. 14. All right. I'm going to count to 7. Find your counterpart, okay? We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you ready? Okay.
1, 2,
3, 4, 5,
7. 1.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Beautiful. Find your partner. Find a place to sit. Maybe we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whatever you guys want, but find your partner and make sure you guys have a piece of paper.
Hi, ladies. It looks great. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
What number? 1. Okay. So I'm a 2. I'm a 2.
Why don't you just turn this chair around?
Where are
so
the
you
2s
don't have to-
going here?
You got to find her.
I'm right behind you.
Oh, she's right behind you. Your partner.
You're 2? Yeah. Sorry.
Sydney, Lauren, Sydney. Awesome.
Okay. So we're
Cool.
2s? Yes. Okay. Oh, there's just 2.
If you don't know each other already, quick intros. We've probably already been in a group with them, but cool. All right. So we talked what feminine energy is not. We talked about what feminine energy is. We talked about what that means to you, how you can balance your life with it, and how it's something like a tool that you can use. So now we're going to audit where we're actually using our energy, our feminine energy, and how we can, and I want you guys to see where you can improve and where are the areas in your life where you can actually infuse feminine energy, okay? So we're going to call this the feminine energy audit. I need you guys to have a piece of paper. You guys are going to have about 10 questions, rapid fire. I want you to just think whatever intuitively comes to you. I want you to rank yourself 1 to 4 on these questions. 1 being, I don't do that. 4 being, I do that all the time. And I want you guys to just see where you're at on your current feminine energy scale, okay? Then you'll be able to take these results and see where you can infuse more of your feminine energy to get a more fulfilling and positive life. Are we ready? All right. First question. Do you prioritize nurturing relationships and connection in your life? 1 to 4. Intuitive, nice and fast. Ready? Next question. Do you often trust your intuition and gut feelings when making decisions? Question 3. Do you find joy and fulfillment in creative expression or activities? Do you allow yourself to be receptive and open to receiving help and support? Do you value collaboration and cooperation over strict competition? Do you make time for self-care and practices that nourish your well-being? Do you feel comfortable expressing your emotions and vulnerability? Do you find beauty and inspiration in the world around you? Do you feel a sense of flow and ease in your life? Do you embrace softness, empathy, and compassion in your interactions? Do you prioritize overdoing or allowing time for rest and reflection? Do you prioritize rest and reflection, pretty much? Do you feel connected to a sense of inner peace and harmony? Okay. I want you to tally up all of those points. The max you can get is a 48. Stephanie helping me with my math the other time. All right. Thumbs up if we did our math. Our mathematics. Awesome. Cool. All right. Who scored from 0 to 10? Okay. Lovely. 11 to 20. Okay. Okay. Thank you. 21 to 31. Okay. Awesome. 32 to 42. Lovely. Anyone higher than 42? Yeah? Okay. I love that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wherever you are on your journey right now, I just want you to kind of take a deep breath and be aware that this is an audit and there's ways and opportunities for you to infuse feminine energy into those weak points, and that's what we're going to talk about next. But before we keep talking about the tools and the techniques that you can use to kind of beef up those areas, share with your partner a couple of the ones that you were the lowest scoring and how you're going to just share the more lower scoring ones and maybe why you feel that way. Go for it. Oh yeah, you don't even have the questions. Sorry. Sorry. Oh.
I like trying to do it in my head.
I've been doing that. So I also, I do my part-time at night or like during the day to like take a moment and like
All right. We're going to wrap it up, bring it back together. We're running a little short on time. I know we're getting all collaborative and feminine. I like it. I could see the feminine glows around you all. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so the best things that I can share with you, and everyone has something different, but the things that I have put into my life is meditation, mindfulness, being more present with myself, being more aware of who I am in my moment today, and being unapologetic about it. I journal a lot. Anyone journal? Yes. ChatGPT, put it in there. Hey, good journaling prompts to boost up my feminine energy. Boom. 3,000 will come up for you, okay? One little journaling prompt a day has definitely allowed me to be more in tune and more intuitive. Collaborating, connecting with other amazing people. I really hope you guys connect with each other after this because I think that this is a special space and you guys are all clearly intentional about trying to infuse more of this into your life. So surrounding yourself with other really intentional people, I think that's really important. Finding your peace, wherever that is, whether that's in your work environment, whether that's at your home, whether that's going out and walking in nature. I live in California. I try to go to the beach as much as I can. Come visit me. You guys are more than welcome. But these things allow me to really lean into my creative expression and just kind of step away from the madness sometimes. Are there any other suggestions that you guys do or anybody want to share maybe things that they do that helps them kind of tap in? Maybe our high scoring girl over here.
Actually, didn't. I actually got a 42. The mental math was
math was off. That's okay. Go for it.
Like how I tap into it?
Yeah.
I think that I'm a creative person, so I kind of like tell that through like what clothes I wear, kind of what outfits I'm picking for the day. Yeah. So definitely that, because when I look good, I feel good.
Definitely. Huge. That's a huge one. I agree. All right. Quickly, I want to share with you some things that you can do to overcome and the common challenges that people have and how you can overcome them through feminine energy. So who in here sometimes identifies as being a perfectionist sometimes? Yeah. Throw all that out the window, okay? The remedy, the solution is to embrace your imperfections. Embrace them as much as you can. Practice gratitude. One thing that I do whenever I get an order for my clothing brand, someone purchases from me, I get a ding on my phone, on Shopify. First thing that I do is, thank you so much for your order. I don't talk to them directly. I just talk to my phone. I'm like, thank you for your order, whoever you are in the universe. Because I know when I show gratitude, for something, because my business is not perfect. It is not perfect. I try to make sure it's a great experience for everybody, but it's not going to be. But I know when people have faith and they actually purchase from me, I'm just so grateful for that. And I know if I'm showing gratitude for one person, it'll continue coming after and over and over and over again. So I practice a lot of gratitude. That helps me get out of my perfectionist mindset. And I surround myself with other women who tell me, I can do that. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Get out of your head. You're awesome. You're awesome. People who are not always telling you, are you sure? Are you this? You know, the people who have the glass half empty type of mentality. I throw all those people away. That helps a lot with my perfectionist mindset. And I redefine no, okay? Whenever I hear no in my head, sometimes you can look internally and think, I'm not this enough or I'm not worthy enough. And so then you lean back into that perfectionist mindset of like, I have to be better, I have to be better. But I redefine no now as just a redirection. I redirect my energy. This person isn't for me. This is not aligned for me. This is something that I just need to learn from this failure, learn from this no. And so that just kind of allows me to reframe my energy and helps me be less of a perfectionist. To be completely transparent with you guys, when I was creating this presentation, this is my first time really talking about feminine energy, I was stressing out a little bit. I'm like, how am I going to show up for these people who want to learn about feminine energy? I'm still figuring it out myself. But I think me showing up and trying to be as authentic as I can, I mean, I have my red hair and everything in front of you guys, you know, just trying to be very authentic and real and show you my real experiences. That's me leaning into my feminine energy. And you guys take this presentation as you will. I hope you learned something, but I'm going to not try to make everyone happy. Maybe one or two of you might not think this is great, but that's okay. That is okay. All right. I know a lot of creative people sometimes struggle with lack of inspiration. How do you use feminine energy to combat that? Stepping away, just being in the moment. Being aware of your senses. You're just kind of saying, okay, I need a second. I know there's a lot of students in here. Sometimes you just got to step away from it and just be. And allow yourself to sit in an awesome space, get some sun and relax. That is feminine. That is a nice feminine practice. Then there's this last thing that a lot of people deal with in life is that fear of judgment. You're coming up here, maybe you have a presentation, you're like, what are people going to think of me? Oh my gosh, what about this? What am I going to put out there? What about the dinner party? Are people going to like it? How do you combat that with feminine energy? You cultivate more self-compassion. You tell yourself, look at all the things that I'm doing to put into this. Focus on what you are putting into it. Don't focus about what other people are thinking, how they're going to experience it. Do everything in your power. Be loving, kind to yourself, and redirect that energy into yourself. And receive the goodness to yourself. You don't always have to have the approval of others. That's not feminine. The feminine energy is the being, the nurturing yourself, being creative for yourself. And so then you can walk into a space and say, I did everything that I could. Okay? So use feminine energy, and this is the sum of the whole presentation is use it to empower you. Use it to be creative. Use it to nurture yourself, but also others around you. And when you have a challenge, figure out how you can be more collaborative instead of headbutting with things. See how you can find the feminine energy in something to bring back power, bring back the control. Cool. A couple of resources I would love to share with you that have allowed me to really tap into my feminine energy, specifically with business. There's an organization called the W Marketplace. They do a lot of business training, but it's all women, and it's all centered around feminine energy. It's actually really, really cool how to develop your business around it. They also help you explore and expand internationally. This has been a really, really cool resource that I just wanted to share with you guys. And a book that I just read that has completely helped me tap into more of my creative energy and just being and nurturing myself is The Courage to Be Disliked. Has anyone read it? Yes. Did you like the book? Did you like the book?
Yes, I did.
Awesome. Yeah. Did it teach you a lot about just being yourself?
No, it just aligned a lot with like my philosophy already, like the way I move through my life path.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's brought me a lot of clarity on a lot of things. So just a book recommendation if you guys like to read. And also I am doing a little giveaway. I have a book too that kind of taps into my journey, my story. As you can see, we got a lot of feminine energy on the front cover right here.
I read that one too, and it's pretty good.
Thank you, Hazel. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, but these are kind of some resources. If you guys are interested in entering the giveaway, you guys can scan the QR code and get a chance to read my book like Hazel did, and just get another tool and resource that kind of helps you tap into your feminine energy. Also, I love your feedback on the presentation and how you took it and you liked it, and how maybe you're using that into your, and I'd love to stay connected with you so you can show me how you're leaning into your feminine energy. So that is it. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for participating. I hope you guys learned something new. Hope you met someone new, a collaborative space, and please don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything or if I can help with anything. Thank you so much for your time.